Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy, who just hit her knee on the desk. Ow, that's gonna bruise. I'm thinking about doing a series of what's on my desk, and so that's why I haven't cleaned off my desk yet. Got the idea from Alex. If you look in my comments, sometimes Alex will say stuff. So, I don't want to put that on the. Hold on. Ooh. Now I know. Glad I kept that then. Because you don't really want to put it on paper. I guess for a little bit it would be okay, but you don't want to leach out your mineral oil from this. Alright, now, I don't have to do what's on my desk right this second. This is something different. And I can't believe I didn't look for these first. Hold on. Still not sure what I did with all my oxides, but I did at least locate my inks. So, I have an experiment I kind of want to try today. So this is combination of inspiration from Tina, who is Shabby Dabby Doodah, and Martha at Miami Small Art. Because Tina did a Pinterest pic, and the background was just all music paper, and Martha had made a like 22 cards for an auction she had, and that was using the inks and the oxides. I'm not exactly sure which ones she used. So, and I definitely want to find, I wonder where it went. Yes. Haha. Definitely want my picket fence. I don't have the spray, but I have that. Okay, so what I want to experiment with a little bit, though, is the difference that the inks will do on just the plain music paper. Or, sorry, it's a little bit tinted because of the brush I use, but this is a light white gesso. A light coat of white gesso or clear gesso. So I'm kind of going to experiment, there was blue in that brush. I'm not very good at cleaning my brushes. Now most of these I have unpainted, that way I can figure out which is my favorite, and if I want to paint some more bases I can, but I can't unpaint them. You know what I mean? Okay, now spray bottle. Oh my word. I have a spray bottle, but it's empty. But there should be a full one on here. Seriously, people, I think I could make a month's worth of videos just making stuff on my desk. Yeah, there's water in that one. We'll use my frither one. So, we have some plain ones. Those are all plain. Clear, well, it's supposed to be clear gesso, but it's got some blue, which will affect the colors I use. And some white gesso, which I thought I had done 3 white gesso, but it'll turn out. And I also have my microburst, color burst to play with. But first, let's just get some bases, because it's all about that base, right? So, Martha started with colors. I've got some oxide, and I've got some inks. And she actually started dry. I'm gonna start with the wet. I'm gonna spray it. And I ordered myself a new brayer because I have a hard brayer, and I think you're supposed to use a softer brayer. And I'm not sure exactly where my brayer is right this second. So I'm just gonna see what happens if I use No, you don't want to use your glue. It just makes a big mess. Alright. I know I'm weird like that. Oh, and then I also need to like test it with, where's my paper towel or something. I know I'm weird. Celebrate your weirdness if you are also weird. It's alright. Weird is good. So, I'm going to not put any water on the card and go ahead and dip that in there. So that one is the white gesso. This one is the clear gesso. And this one is getting whatever's left over with no gesso. So there might not be a lot of difference. Other than, you know, the music might be pushed back a little bit with the white gesso. And let me just go ahead and dip this one again. Don't want to waste anything. What about this Distress Oxide is the Mermaid Lagoon. There's not a cover on it. I tried to take the cover off, but there's no cover on it. I'm going to try to remember to, kind of changes a little bit when you spray water on it, I think. It's going to go wherever it wants to go. You know what I didn't plan for? Yeah, a place to dry all this. You know, why plan? That's just, why would one want to do that? Okay, just kind of putting a layer on everything. I think I actually I'm happy with just the plain, let's try one of these. Whoa! The plain paper. I ordered a bunch of, well, 200 seemed like the cheapest option because they was about the same price for 200 of these as 100 of some of the others. So now I can play to my heart's content. Where are my distress stains? Do a little bit of distress stains. A little bit of green. And let's go ahead and do this. Well, I'm going to cover that red inside, so it doesn't matter what I put on the outside. I do like the blue-green, don't I? I just have to figure out where to set it to let it dry. I may have to pull out my... That's got some pink on it, but that's okay. I still want to see how the distress sprays do on the... That's the white gesso. I need to keep those together too, though. And that's the clear gesso. Get some paint on that. It's okay. And a little bit of. I try to remember to wipe off the heads whenever I'm done doing whatever I'm doing. So I've seen people using their gel plate for just about everything. And I guess somebody said that they were told not to use alcohol inks because it will dry them out, but you know, eventually it's gonna wear, everything wears out eventually anyway. That, and apparently you can just break this up, melt it, and remake it if you have a good container, which I'm gonna be making a couple gel plates, and I will try to record that. I've got glycerin coming in the mail. I'm very excited. I'm gonna wet that down a little bit. Get a little bit of all the color on there. And where's my... Did I have my stain or not? Did I just have my Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo? Where's my walnut stain spray? Oh, here. Oh, well. Once this is more dry, I will add some... Well, the next layer is probably going to be like more like Vintage Photo, so... That's how Marta did it. She did her colors, but she did her colors dry. But this is okay. I can do them wet as well. Okay, I'm going to wipe this down a little bit, because I want to do some greens from, I want to do like some naturey, grungy naturey journal type stuff. So I like to use the Rustic Wilderness and the Forest Moss for a nice grungy look. I'm going to add a little bit of this This is actually the Vintage Photo Oxide, and these are inks, and a little bit of old paper in there for something a little lighter, maybe. And spray it, and spray it, and spray it. And, well, I'd say bray it, but, you know, I just don't want squares, you know. So I'm gonna dab it. Gonna dab it, and dab it, and dab it, because I don't want squares. Nothing wrong with squares. People can have squares. It's all good. So, they say you can use anything on this. So, I just used the... I meant to do that the other way, but that's okay. Always be blooming. And then I meant to match the back to the front too, but oh well. So see, we have this nice, we got the green and the brown and the moss, and I don't know why, but I especially love that look. So that's on top of the honey and little bits of paper, apparently. Let's see. Do I have some more plain ones? Yes, I have some more plain ones. Of course I have more plain ones. Why wouldn't I? And I still have a clear gesso one, so we can... Excuse me. How rude of me. How rude. Coughing right in your ear. Well, at least I'm not so muffled today. I didn't realize that my microphone was like under stuff yesterday. Isn't that sad? I'm going to add a little bit of the green. Green. Peeled paint. I love peeled paint. Oh, I just love it. Mix it with some of that other stuff that's still on here. Oh, are these the gray ones? I was going to do a little bit of the pumice with the gray. That's why I had the pumice out. Okay. I wanted to have... Oh, we'll just do it down here. I hope for the best. Just kind of get that. Not sure how that pumice ended up. It didn't really look great, did it? Whoa, look at all that green. Green. I think that's all the ones that I had. Okay. Now, do I want to add... I think I'll keep that with the blue-green. Anything I want to add to? Get a little bit more on that one. What? What's the matter, baby girl? You yelling at me again? Oh, yelling at me. You had food. You had love. You had love. You did. I saw me pet you. We even had a nap together this morning. What are you fussing about? You won't play with paper too? Is that it? Alright, I'm going to dry these and then come back and do my next layer, which will probably be, well, since I don't have like a coffee dye, stain or, oh, I have tea though. I'll probably just use the Vintage Photo, and if I can find my walnut stain oxide spray, I'll use that too. Do a brown layer next. What? What? Oh my goodness. Oh man, I could have cleaned that up with these. What was I thinking? And I just found the pile of, oh, sorry. The pile of oxides were on the floor right next to my desk. That's just ridiculous. Alright, wait, do I think I have gathered twigs? Do I have gathered twigs? No, I have frayed burlap though. I do have gathered twigs. It's just not in that pile. Alright, I'm going to pause you for a minute. Okay, those are mostly dry. So now we're going to work on the next layer, which will be some Vintage Photo, and I'm going to try some frayed I can't talk. That's what I'm afraid. I'm doing the oxides, Distress Oxides, Vintage Photo, and braid burlap, just to get that grungy top coat kind of a deal going on. And wipe off my brush a little bit and do my little, get the squares out. I don't want squares. I just want it to be a nice big puddly mess. That's what I want. Alright, let's see. Do I'm not necessarily going to do the whole card either. Now what I'm noticing so far is the white gesso definitely takes it differently and kind of, I don't think I like this brown. I think I need to find a darker. There's my ground espresso or something. That's vintage photo, but it's the other one. That's permanent. I don't want permanent. I will take any brown at this point. I'll try that vintage photo. And I might darken that up with a little bit of black soot just to see if I can. But I'm looking for, I would love to find my, oh, there's gathered twig. There's, I think that's brushed corduroy. Can't see what that one is. Walnut stain, that will be a darker one, that would be good. I have a feeling that the one I really want, that's not the permanent one, but like I can find the ground espresso in archival, but it's probably in my room or something stupid like that. Alright, where's my tea dye? I have 2 tea dye. You think I'd be able to find one? Oh yeah, I'm probably just thinking that they're not brown because when I look in the, they don't look quite brown, do they? Alright, I'm going to add in some inks. Alright, first of all, not going to waste this. Oh, I've got these, like, these ones that I didn't do before. So I can add other colors on top of that and that will, or, you know, it could be a little bit more fall inspired or whatever, but, alright. And this one's, let's see. Oh, a couple of these. I had these out too, and I forgot to do anything with them. I was gonna put these in the color. All right, there we go. Just pick up that other brown and not think about it anymore. So I've got the gathered twigs, which will have a little bit of green to it. That's okay. The vintage photo ink, which would be a little bit different than and the walnut stain, which I'm going to go a little heavy on. I'm not going to do the brushed corduroy. It's got a little bit more, what's the word I want? Orangey tone to it. So does the tea. Well, tea is orange. Yeah, see, the tea has kind of an orangey tone, and the brushed corduroy, well, it's not too bad. Almost. Okay. Next time. Next time. Dabbing, getting rid of squares, not combining the colors, but moving them towards each other a little bit while still trying to keep a little bit of separation. All right, let's try it on here. God, wow, I was just pressing on this side, but it was pretty wet, so a lot more got it than that. There's that one. So how is everybody today? It's Monday, but you know, that doesn't have to mean bad things. That can just mean it's Monday. It's just a day on a calendar, right? I'll probably add some other colors to that too. I don't know. All right, let's add some. Let's see what the brushed corduroy looks like. On one of these. With the honey ones, it works nicely. Not bad. Let's see. I'm gonna do some vintage photo again. Just the ink, not the oxide. And gathered twigs. The ink, not the oxide. I'm not sure where I'm pretty sure I have gathered twigs in the oxide. But of course, that's the one I can't. I'm like, where'd I put my squares? I can't see my squares. You know what I'm also tempted to do right here? I've got some, not Merlot. I want sienna. I think that's a sienna. It'll pick up some of this other color too, probably burnt orange, sepia. You know me, wanting to call sepia sienna like always. Alright, I'm adding a little bit of the sepia. I'm going to spray. Get those magic link. And see what happens. Okay, so the sepia, when it's added with other colors, especially, I haven't tried it with just water, does have like some, the teals I got yesterday, the orange is new. Where can I put this? Because I'm pretty sure you don't want to see me. Alright, this just has green on it basically, so that would be an okay one to add weird colors like that. Let's just stick that down and see what happens. Got some orange from the sepia. And this one's the one of the Distress Oxide ones. Whoops. Let's get a little bit of other color on this one. This is the one we did first that I didn't like the colors. And where's my walnut stain? Let's do some walnut stain. Ah! Must be one that the cover doesn't stay on good for me. Try not to get it in the water. You don't want to get water on your inks. So far as I know. Gather twigs. And I'm going to live dangerously. And I'm going to do like just a tiny corner here and there of the black soot. Because you just never know what you're going to get. And you got to try things, right? And then I'm going to do again with the brush. We're not getting married. We're just casually dating with the colors here. I don't know. I'm so weird. I know. Just adding layers, which is what we like to do with inks and paints and all the things. And then I will go and dry these up and do the next layer. Yes, there's more layers. We haven't even done splatters yet. Oh yeah, I'm going to do the black and white splatters. Because I just like splatters. And also that's what Marta did. Since Marta was my inspiration here, then that's what's going to happen. Oop, got a couple I missed with our brown layer. I don't know if that just vintages it up to have that brown layer or what. And the last little vestiges, and but wait, I think next is going to be the magic layer. So if any of these are dry, go, oh, I need to make sure they're totally dry before I do this next magic layer. Quick note, don't point your heat thing at this. I started to at first and I was like, oh, I need to not do that. So, you know, make sure you're drying away from your gel plate. I'm not totally sure that this is going to be the magic that Marta's was, because she had the spray stain and I have the Distress ink, which is also Distress Oxide. It's all so. But I'm going to try it. It did this wonderful thing on the top layer when she added the, let's not get the brown in it. Just want to splash myself with it apparently. Alright, of course my thing wasn't perfectly clean, so we have more of a antique white thing going on here, but that's okay. Let's see. Right now you can't see much. Okay, so you can definitely see how the light gesso, you can still see the music through it, but the ink definitely takes up much differently. And then this one is just the plain paper. Just kind of do on each side there. Maybe I'll clean my plate a little bit better so I can get more white. Although I don't mind the cream color, and I might not see the effect of it until it's dry. I don't know. She just kind of sprayed on there and dipped. I'm not getting the magic she was getting. Don't tell me I have to go and purchase the Distress spray. Who wants to gift me some picket fence distress stain? Oh my goodness. I can't buy anything else right now. That's alright. I'll either make this work or I'll even find something else that will work. We'll see. Alright, clean that a little bit more. Got some of the ink colors off. Get as much on there as I can. I know you're all like, I don't even have the distress ink white picket fence. I'm not buying, you know, whatever the. Just kind of put that on the side. Let's see. See that my inks are getting, that's what's happening with it. If I had the spray, that would help. I'm not serious. You guys don't buy me the spray. That's fine. I will figure something out. I'll make my own spray somehow. I don't know, because, you know, the longer the ink is white, wet, the more it disappears, right? But the fact that some of the color's coming off is telling me something should happen to these. I mean, I had them dry, but alright, so maybe I will not wet it this time. And just kind of put it in there and see what happens. There's always something you can do. I don't know. But at least the ink's not coming off of my... Oh my goodness. So have you guys, who watching has made their own gel plate? Besides Jamie, because Jamie's the one that, she made hers and I'm like, okay, I can do that. I'll try it. I will try it. So, this gel plate thing I'm going to be, see, I guess I'll just stick with my gesso layer until I can get myself some distress stain, but that's alright. Alright, we did not have the magic. I've got the magic in me. I'm going to have to like re-glue some of these. Alright, I gotta remember that if I'm going to be doing a lot of wet, I should probably use tacky glue and not the other glue. What's the other glue? Not letting any of this go to waste, right? I used the glue stick and I probably should have used, that one needed some color anyway. Alright, you guys ready to make a mess? Like we weren't already making a mess. Alright. I've got splatters to do. Let's move this. We shouldn't need this again. So I'm going to do splatters like Martha, and then I might do a couple decorations like what Tina did the other night. We'll see. And then we're going to make a mess. Alright. I'm going to pause you again for a minute because I am going to... You don't need to see me do splatters, right? I'm going to do my splatters and ink my edges. Okay. Martha always uses watercolors, although she uses her dry watercolor. So I just grabbed a little bit of my black and my white, sprayed some water on it, and I'm just going to... I need to not put them on top of each other. Oh my goodness, the other day when I did little splatters, they stuck to each other. That was not good. I don't need a lot. I want just enough to just give it a little bit of brightness, I guess, is what I want to do. And probably be easier if I'm just kind of worried about getting the black in that white paint right there. That's all. See, like that. That's why I was doing the white first. Okay, I'm going to keep finishing with the white, and then I'll come back to the black. And just kind of Sorry, just kind of hit you every time I try to do something. Okay, I gotta remember this is a pretty good brush for this. I mean, they're getting a little bit. Don't put it on top of the other one, lady. Do you not even listen to yourself when you talk? Because like these bigger spots, they stick to the, even though you think you're just setting it so lightly that you couldn't possibly get anything stuck, it does anyway. So I suppose I could pause while I do the rest of this, unless some of you like really like to watch splatter and not do it yourself, because it makes a mess. Definitely not a neat project, but I like the look. I like the look. Oh, you know what I didn't put splatters on? I should while I have this out. The papers that I made to send to Shell. I haven't put splatters on. And I know she likes splatters. And I have a bunch of stuff I need to get in the mail. And a bunch of other stuff that I need to get out even before her stuff. So I've got plenty of time to get splatters on her painty papers. I know she used to do mixed media herself, and I know she's capable of doing it if she wants to, but I just was inspired by her paper pack, and I was just like, ooh, let me make some papers for her. And you know, she can use them, not use them, I won't get my feelings hurt. You know, the question will be, will I actually get them sent before she starts that journal? Right now she's working on, if you have not watched The Rambling Crafter, you need to get over there, because Clint just made, they collaborate on their journals. Clint makes the covers usually, if it's a fabric cover, and she does the rest of the journal. And I will tell you, this one that Clint just did is so cool. So, The Rambling Crafter, it's Shell and Clint, and you gotta go see the journal that they're working on right now. I wish I could afford those journals, but that's alright. Maybe someday I'll get really brave and try that. I don't know. He said he'd seen people do it with a hard cover, but never a fabric cover like that before. So, alright, here goes the messy part. Oh, I just want little bits, and I usually do it like down in a corner, or up on a side and down on a corner. I don't always splatter the whole thing when I'm doing black. Sometimes I'll just do like that, in case you were wondering. Can you even see? I hope so. Unlike yesterday, when I was only partially in camera. I hate when that happens. I swear my camera moves, because when I started, I was in, and see that big splash? I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me at all. So, I'm going to finish splattering these, and then I think my next video I will decorate some and kind of use Tina's inspiration that she had for her tags, or just do my own thing. I don't know. We'll see. But hubby just came home. Somebody just came home. I think it's my husband, but that just sounded like Joel. Either way, somebody just came home from work. Who's there? Hello?
Back to close tonight.
Joel, is that you?
I don't know. He's barely here. I'm sure, yes.
At 5? Okay.
Oh, he's talking to his father on the phone, I guess.
Right.
Who might be trying to call me, but I can't really get phone calls when I'm recording.
No, I'm working tonight too.
What?
What?
Okay, well, Joel
Bye.
came home to get something to eat and then go back to work, apparently. Oh, my goodness. All right, so it's Joel. I can keep recording. I'll go to my 45 minutes. Hopefully, at least. How much time do I have till then? Oh, I've got 10 more minutes or so. Did I put white? Okay, and this one, when I got those little magical, these, you know, color bursts, I had, of course, try one. But the only spray I could find at the time was my, this is food coloring. All the different greens that I have of food coloring I stuck in there with water. And came out with that green, which I actually really like. Which is close to the rustic wilderness. And then this is how that, oh my goodness, I want to call it magic dust. But color burst. That's how the color bursts came out on that. So when I do the black splatter, I don't do it everywhere. I just do little bits here and there. Or if I see it needs a little bit more somewhere. But yeah, it just... Alright, and then you can see on this one that the white did pick up quite a bit from the picket fence. So some of them, and I think this one too, so some of them did really well. Did get that white pickup
Nope,
from the
nope,
picket fence.
Nope.
What's she doing now? The cat is very needy. Nathan is being very good and sitting with her. But I know she's like, when are you going to get... Oh, I already did that one. Whoa! There goes my water bottle. It's not on my desk anymore. Does that mean I can't use it? I think I got them almost... Oh, I almost missed this one. Alright. See the mess it makes? I've got... Well, usually I have it all over my arms. I actually did pretty good today. Comparatively, I can let that sit over there, and then when I want to do the other papers, I just got to add some water to it, because that's the magic of watercolors. So, yeah, I think next video I'll decorate these, because they've got to dry anyway. So we have this big tag and this smaller tag, but I can't put them on top of each other. But I think you've seen them all as I was spritzing them, spraying them. So let's see, but we need to do a compare. Okay, so if you like that more blurry, dreamy look, then definitely do a light coat of white gesso. That's what this is. And then this one does not have any gesso on it, but it's got the white picket fence. But you can even see, even with the white on top, it's still not, it still has a different look to it, definitely. And then see, let's see, where's one of the... That one had no gesso. Oh, this one had white gesso as well. But I don't think I have any other ones where I just did one color. Maybe, well, this one has the brown on it too. But you can see how there's like harder lines and just more float. It does definitely make a difference. And I don't dislike either one. I like them all. And this was just plain paper with just the brown, which there's places for that. And what I did with, cause you know, you could fit a certain amount on a piece of music paper, so I just used the extra music pieces and did collage. And this one has the clear gesso on it. But the clear gesso doesn't give you the same dreamy look that the white gesso does. Isn't that weird? Even though they're both gesso, but the white gesso just definitely. But the clear gesso next to, you have less spreading. When you have the gesso on there, you can see where it kind of stops. Where these, it just kind of like spread everywhere pretty much. I mean, there's some stop over here, but that's probably because I pressed on that one side. And so this is no paint underneath, I believe. Yeah. There's no brush strokes. No paint underneath. And this is the clear gesso, and this is the thin coat of white gesso. So that was my main experiment today, is to see the differences there. And then I'm trying to show you the ones without like touching them. That's annoying. And then I hit you instead. So yes, I've got some nice bases, and the bases that I glued the music to were bases from my box of bases that needed to get used. So now those bases are one step closer to getting finished. So I'm very excited about that. This one's very tall. I will probably not decorate it until I have a journal for it, because I will use a tag this wide, but I might have to cut it down, and I won't know until I get it in that journal. Same with any other. That was the biggest one. This one's a little bit shorter, so it would probably work. You know, because you know how you have like the side pockets where sometimes you need a big tag or a big journal. Yep, that's got the white black on it. Some have more splatters than others. This one, it may end up being a pocket, or I may cut it down into like a pocket and a small tag, or 3 small tags, or who knows. And I may end up sewing all these because that glue, because of all the wet I put on it, that glue does not want to stick. So I may end up having a sewing session. So when you see me decorate these, or some of these, I won't make you watch me decorate all of them. But they are now unfinished objects or unfinished opportunities. Somebody else called them that, unfinished opportunities. And so they'll be part of my UFO series now that they are on their way to being finished. Oh my goodness, this is like a mass make too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Hey, and Martha made, I think it took her 2 hours to make 22. And she did fast forward and pause. So that's 21. Plus I had that one. Plus didn't I also have another one of these that I got the... Anyway, I'll have fun playing with these cards. Isn't it funny how, like, the color changed when I got it wet? Like, just from spraying the spray on it. It's not nearly as pink. These are a lot more pink than I would like. But I got them mostly to play on my gel plate, so it's alright. And I thought I had ordered the bigger ones, but that's okay. These are a good size. Got 200, make a bunch of tags, put them in my shop. Eclectic Junk Journals. That's the name of my shop. I have to think about that. Alright, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Have a delightful day, even if it is Monday. Might not be by the time you watch this.